Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. My name is Janoma Jack. Welcome to my channel. And today we are starting a brand new game called Partum Artifex, excuse me. Um, I've had this game for a while, never played it. It looked really cool in the Stream store or Steam store. Words are hard today. Um, yeah, supposedly it's a horror game. It has something to do with a serial killer trying to like hide their secrets, and we have to solve puzzles. Not really sure if the goal of the game is to like catch the serial killer and bring them to justice, or if it's more just a not get murdered kind of situation. Um, but yeah, either way, it sounds really fun. So, one second here. There we go. Okay. My Twitch screen was giving me some issues there, but we're all good now. So yeah, let's hop into it. Um, Not exactly sure what just happened there. Just a second here. Okay, so we're getting the game back up and running now. There we go. Oh, give up as an artist or start the creative process. That's puzzle number one, and I failed. Okay, how about let's start the creative process? Okay. Use WASD to move and the mouse to look around. Oh, mouse sensitivity is extremely high. Let's back that up just a bit. I do have sudden flashes on, so just something to be aware of there. If it does bother anybody, though, I can always turn that off. That is not a problem. Okay, that's still a little high. Let's just turn that way down. Why? That's better. Okay. Left mouse button to interact. Left shift to run, which I assume there will be quite a bit of in this game. Okay. Setting the spooky tone already. Nice. Okay, I am actually going to check and see if there is any kind of brightness. Let's turn the head box down a bit. There is not. Okay. Second here. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I have an overhead light in my office. And if I turn that off, oh yeah, that's better. I'll be able to see. All right, so I suppose we're probably supposed to go in the house. But I feel like a little bit of exploration wouldn't be a bad thing. Nice little gazebo over here. Like there's another house over there. Okay, so no indication of what we're actually supposed to do as of yet. Yeah, let's not go in the creepy shed for right now. That seems like a more advanced tactic there. All right, let's go ahead and just go in the house, I suppose, or try to. Okay. Locked. Can't interact with that. What about the back door? Oop. I think I did see another door over here. Maybe. No, just a window. Left control to crouch. Okay.
Welcome. I apologize so much for this inconvenient way of entering the house, but don't worry. It's all part of the evening's plans. It is basically to set the scene for what is to come. The display of the main art attraction is located in the sunroom, just to the left as you leave this room. We'll get started as you get there. Again, welcome. It is an honor to have you here. Please, enjoy your stay.
Okay. So I'm feeling like the point is not get murdered. I mean, it may be, along with catch the serial killer, bring him to justice, but yeah, I'm feeling like the primary kind of point here is just don't get murdered. All right, so we're looking for the sunroom. But it's off to the left. Okay, rule 1, don't go into the basement. Rule 2, have fun and draw. Rule 3, don't talk about your parents. Rule 4, no food in bed. Rule 5, wash your hands after using the bucket. Okay, that's gross. Rule 6, no knocking. Rule 7, mom and dad are bad people. Rule 8, they hated you. I don't. Rule 9, don't use the phone again. Haven't used it yet, but okay. Rule 10, be quiet, no screaming. Okay. Rule 11, art is the only way forward. Rule 20 or Rule 12, we will teach the world together. Rule 13, this world is sick, you are sick. Rule 14, don't touch your clock. Rule 15, we are nothing but filth. Rule 16, speak only when asked. Okay. And I turn on the TV? No. All right. Oh, this must be the sun.
This is it. Well, it's not complete. And that is the main reason why I invited you here. I want you to complete it, finish it, together with me. I've waited so long for this to happen, and it's so close now. Oh, so very close. It's simple. 5 empty easels waiting to be used. I simply want you to find the right, astonishing, beautiful art pieces and put them back in the right order. The sad part is that you can't leave the property. I've got eyes and ears in the woods, so don't try anything cowardly such as running away from this creation, for it will be the end of you. I promise you this will be fun, so please be part of the creation.
Okay, so I heard another door unlock. All right, be a part of the creation. I need the paintings to be put back in order. This is the big art piece, a collection, the centerpiece of my creations, and the reason why people should care. Monsters are among us, and no imaginary ones either. No, people like me, my father, my mother are all around the world, spreading like pests and care nothing but filling a void inside themselves. We are real, and no creature of fantasy or imagination can top the nightmares that we leave behind. This is my way of making sure people will open their eyes. People like me should not be able to roam free. If the safety nets actually worked, none of this would have been a thing. People would not have gone missing. People would not have suffered. People would not have perished for no other reason than being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So now I ask you to put together this collection in order and be aware of the red herring. Be part of the creation. Okay, journal. What? No, there we go. Okay, so we've got that saved in our notes now. All right. Let's see. Finally free. Born in the desperation to escape the torture, this man held me under for so many years. There was but one chance to break out of the circle of pain. At night, my careful steps made me feel like I was flying towards the bedroom where the beast slept. Not a single sound could be heard as I plunged the knife into his throat. Messy, unprofessional, and chaotic, but a first step nonetheless. I was finally free from the agony. I mean, I kind of feel bad for this person, at least at this point. Screams to remember. The snow fell gently from the sky, slowly covering the ground in white. Out in the middle of nowhere, I had an errand to run. I was late. The delivery was my final chance to redeem myself from previous mistakes. The vehicle went around a corner, and my feelings went from stress to emptiness. As the car made 2 loud bumping noises, I realized it was already too late. 2 people laid in front of me, screaming, crawling towards me with their legs broken. They were unlucky. All emotions were drained from my soul. It left an empty husk inside. I walked back to my car and ran them over again and again until no more crying could be heard. Only then did I feel something. Okay, not feeling as bad for this person now. He was the one. Deep breaths, slow breaths, painful breaths. The shakes are violent, like tremors in an earthquake. As they cease, our eyes meet. For the first time, I questioned my actions. He was the only one who understood me, the one person of this world who I could talk to without feeling like a monster. His body goes limp. My hands hurt from the firm grasp on his throat. The eyes, those once beautiful eyes, suddenly turned something grotesque. I saw my reflection in them, and an ugly grin stared back. A dance of agony. Screams, always with the screams. Why can't they face the fact that it's about to end? The man is pleading for his life from his new metal home. Looking down on him, that feeling comes rushing again. I am in control. His screams become muffled as I slam the heavy metal hatch shut. True despair escapes his throat as darkness washes over him, but not for long. I turn the valve and flames rush in. A beautiful display of dance and song in the most gruesome form. And finally, being reborn. The lake was more peaceful than I could ever imagine. Its beauty struck something inside me, the urge to capture this moment somehow. Those days past of pain and torture washed over me as I realized the best course of action: art. I would have to go back and see if I could manage to create again. I take a final look out into the lake to make sure that the bubbles had finally stopped. I was finally happy. Okay, so we have to find paintings done by a serial killer to complete the collection so people will know that serial killers are bad. Okay, sorry. Mouse sensitivity is a little low at this point. Okay. So I don't know really where to start, but I did hear a door unlock. Playroom? Okay.
While photography isn't really an art form that I enjoy, there is still a fascinating area of photography history that I do give them credit for: post mortem photography. The idea that you want to keep a memory of a loved one after its passing and make sure that the empty corpse looks as close to alive as possible is, quite frankly, compelling, to say the least.
Alrighty. Name of the art: Hang the Dead. Materials used: string, tape, old photos of the dead. Okay. Post mortem photography is actually terrifying, but at the same time, kind of interesting in just a bizarre kind of way. Okay, so some of the pictures have numbers. Be part of the vision. Because the Victorian era cameras took so long to develop each photo, the actors in the frame would have to stay still for a long duration of time. Because of this, it was usually very easy to spot the deceased person in a family photo. It would have perfect sharpness while the rest would be slightly blurry. Stand still in the right spot and your focus will become clear. You might want to come back here a little bit later, see the right angle through another lens, shine some light on the problem at hand. Be part of the vision. Okay. So, oops. There we go. It escaped one too many times. So it looks like as of right now, we don't have what we need to make this room work. But we can play the piano. All right. I guess we continue on exploring the house, looking for notes and various things. Listen, you're allowed to leave the house. In fact, you're encouraged to be a good artist and explore this wonderful property. However, leaving the property will turn into your execution, and we don't want that. No, we really don't. I found the back door key in the big hall. This will help me get outside if needed. So is this the back door? It is. Okay, cool. All right, so we can't go in the basement yet, as far as I'm aware. Is this a door? No. We can't go down there. What about this other door in here? No. All right, so I suppose let's head upstairs and see what we can find up there. Project Nightlight, Horror Cartridge Collection, Ken Hessler Storage, Family Portrait. Okay. Poem of Two Armies. Two armies lined up, ready to fire their arrows. One side painted their feathers in azurite, the other in blood. In honors, they took turns to fire at each other to show who had the best archers. As the fight went back and forth, the sons fell first, the fathers thereafter, and last one standing was the old king. A final goodbye he mumbled as his legs gave way, a chest filled with blood-covered arrows. Okay. Did they just add... Yes, okay. All right, so that hallway is dark. Okay. This another note. Nope. Left mouse pick up pieces, rotate camera and D, right mouse go back, R rotate piece. Um okay, not sure about that. The Carter family story, Dolls of Art. The Carter family was just like any other family, a loving mother, a supportive father, and a cheerful child. However, these are the only observations from those sorry. However, these are only the observations from those on the outside looking at the facade of the crumbling house of a family. And then a bunch of it is redacted. After the deed was done, the knife was dropped in front of the father's favorite reading spot. It rested on the floor, pointing towards the murderer as the child bled out on the floor. Okay, so the knife was in front of the father's favorite reading spot, which I'm going to guess is over here. There? Nope. Okay. So I'm assuming we will get more information about that later. Calvin's room. Sweet Calvin. Calvin was a good kid. Great, even. The first time I saw those eyes, I noticed that he was meant to be something more. More than just a vessel for my message, but a prophet. A sapling ready to grow a new family tree, to spread its roots in this godforsaken world and rid all of the unfairness the system has caused us. When I noticed my vision was but a mirage, all I could see was red. Feel red, smell red, create red. I made sure it was quick. He was awfully sticky afterward. You? Okay, so that one is locked. Can't get in the wardrobe. Can I pull any of this peeling wallpaper? No. Okay. All right, so there's no light sources up here as far as I can tell. Oh, there's a, okay. There's a padlock on that one with a code. And I can't get in Calvin's room, which this is probably the key to Calvin's room. Home sweet home, materials used, dollhouse and furniture, electrical wires, LED lamps, and magnet. Okay, let's look at this again. The knife was dropped in front of the father's favorite reading spot. It rested on the floor, pointing towards the murderer as the child bled out on the floor. That maybe, this looks more like the mother. The frame's a little bit more slight. I would assume this would be the father's favorite reading spot. Could it be over here? No? Okay. All right, so I guess let's head back downstairs, see if there's maybe something down here that we missed. Okay, I'm not seeing any kind of light source other than candles, but it doesn't appear we can pick any of those up. Okay, so the rule board, TV, run back to the sunroom real quick just to double check. Simple physics. Can I open any of these drawers? Nope. Okay, so I guess the only option is to go outside now and see what there may be to see out here. Can I not take one of these? Nope. Oh, they're wired in. I see now. Are there any of them that are not? No. Okay. All right, so let's go over here. Okay. So hopefully we will find a light source in whatever this building is. Okay. I'm not sure if drawers and cabinets opening isn't a thing in this game, or if I just haven't found the right ones yet. I do see that note there. All right, so let's look at the note. Excavation quote. After our examination of your dirt cellar, an excavation of the area would be a challenging job, but it would also be reflected in the pricing. Seeing as most of the area around your property is an old swamp area, the risk of water flooding during the work will require many pumps. Depending on when the work will be done during the year, we will also have to make proper precautions regarding the humidity within the tunnels for our workers' safety. The estimated price for the work is $245 to $300. A more exact number can be established when we meet in person to talk about the more specific details of the prospect. Thank you for thinking about choosing Birch Excavations as a potential partner. Okay, so the pricing tells me that this was not set in recent years. It's not a particularly modern setting. Deer perch excavations. Um, yeah, you and your life-filled quote for that kind of job. This land is mainly granite and various rocks. I've done some digging myself, and I sure as hell didn't see any water. I'm going to kindly decline your shit offer and do this job myself for 1/10 of the price. Okay. Interesting. Need to break down these planks. I added a note in my journal. Okay, so we need a crowbar. Okay, so we can't go past that side of the house. I can't go over that way either. Okay, so I did see a creepy shed when we were exploring originally. So let's look at that and see if maybe we can find, excuse me, maybe we can find flashlight, crowbar, anything of that nature. Oh, I forgot we could run for a second. Not that it's actually that much quicker. Dirt cellar. Okay. All right, so we have oils, foodstuffs, plates. Looks like home canned stuff, gas tanks. All right, we are missing a fuse. Okay. Food, food, food. Okay. All right. Can't pick up any of the lanterns. Can I open this? No. That's oh, okay. That's just a graphical glitch. The texture on this bottle changes depending on how far you are away from. That's interesting. Okay, so as far as I can tell, there is nothing in here that is useful at all. Except for needing to come back and fix that fuse. There's really no crowbar. Okay, I'm gonna take another look around real quick. Just to make sure. Okay, there are tires. So I would think there would be tire iron or something. Because a tire iron you can use as a crowbar. But alas, there is not. All right. Yeah, I see why you said it's all rocky now. I mean, he may be psychotic, but he was right about that. Okay, so excuse me. At this point, we have explored in this house. Well, partially at least. Um, we've explored the little house and also the cellar. We still need a light source and a crowbar and a fuse. Okay, so I just can't go past this point. All right. So even if you wanted to just run away, that's not an option. Okay, so let's... Nope. Might be the sunroom, actually. It looks like these windows are all blocked off. Wait, have I been in there? I'm getting all turned around now. Okay, no, I've been in that house up there. I haven't been in this one back here. Hello? Shed. Okay. Oh, really? I need a key for the shed. Ugh. Okay, so that is probably what I'm looking for now. Okay. So we found the key for the back door right here. Let's try this again. I'd interact with anything here. All right, let's look at this again. Because the Victorian era cameras took so yada yada, stand still in the right spot and your focus will become clear. You might want to come back a little bit later, see the right angle through another lens, shine some light on the problem at hand. Be a part of the vision. Okay, so that makes me think that I need a flashlight before I do this. Okay, so there are duplicate numbers on a lot of these pictures. Like those three right there are all labeled 6. And this one. And this one. Hmm. Okay, so it's being very clear that I need a light source. Just not giving me any indication of where to find said light source. Is this a hallway? Okay. Okay, let's crouch walk, I guess. See if maybe there's something under something that I missed. Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure where to go from. So I'm actually going to take a quick break, have a think, and yeah, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, and we are back. So I did have a think, but nothing really came of it. So still just kind of, yeah, no idea. Hmm. Whoop, that's a wall. Okay. Let's go back over here. I don't get why that note is there. Because, like, this note, it's Calvin's room. So this note is about Calvin, and yeah. Okay, let's look at this again. After the deed was done, the knife was dropped in front of the father's favorite reading spot, rested on the floor, pointing towards the murderer as the child bled out on the floor. I mean, I would assume that this is the father's favorite reading area because it's set up, like a study. But I suppose that is not accurate. Or it could not be accurate. Maybe let's put them here. Or maybe here. No, I don't know. Let's go back over to this note. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. Two armies lined up ready to fire their arrows. One side painted their feathers in azurite, the others in blood, so red and blue. In honor, they took turns to fire at each other to show who had the best archers. As the fight went back and forth, the sons fell first, the fathers thereafter, and the last one standing was the old king. A final goodbye he mumbled as his legs gave away, a chest filled with blood-covered arrows. Hmm. Wait. Red and blue. Red and blue darts, maybe? Blood-covered arrows, so maybe red ones? Maybe this is the code to the door? 18, 7, and 2? Well, let's give it a try, find out. 18, 7, and 2? Okay, maybe 7, 18, and 2? Or 7, 2, and 18? A son's father's old king. I don't know enough about darts. Okay, so the blue ones. Maybe 8, 9, 13? Oh, 8, 9, 13? No. Okay. Maybe 9, 8, 13? Or 13, 9, 8? Or 8, 9? No. All right, so this is 7, 2, and 18 for the red one. And it does say a chest full of blood-covered arrows. All right, 7, 18, and 2? 18, 7, and 2? 18, 2, and 7? 7, 2, 18. Okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna Google this and see if we're even anywhere near the right spot. Okay. So Google says. Okay. Oh boy. Front door key. Cool. The previous residents. Evicting the previous residents of this house was a tricky nut to crack. I had to make sure they all passed in a beautiful way. After days of planning, I only had a vague plan on what I had to do. It was important to me that they would never leave the property. After all, it is theirs and they should be a part of it. Question is not when or by what means, it's about where. Okay, so I think this is directing me back to that puzzle in the hall. All right, so is there any kind of light source? Flashlight? Candle? Okay, so apparently that hand is correct. But it's missing a hand. Okay, so no light source. Let's head back downstairs, open the front door. And I did notice that the model thing over here, the layout was kind of similar to this. Except not, because there's not a fireplace. But that's okay. Let's go around to the front door. Which I think is this one? Yes, it is. Okay.
The father of the house was undoubtedly the hardest and easiest target for me. Hardest because I didn't know how I would react, and easiest because of how I reacted. Seeing him sleeping on the bed took me back to my childhood, and one simple blow to his head was all I needed to leave him unconscious. He woke up, still in his bedroom, to the gracious touch of flames that burned beneath him. His beautiful screams were something I wish my own dad would have left me, but alas.
Okay. I guess we'll take that. Lined triangle plaque. No, can't put it in the mannequins. Okay, here's another note. Mother Charlotte. Calvin's mother Charlotte fought more than any of my victims ever did. She got some really good hits on me, and while I regretted a while that I didn't render her unconscious prior, I got the sweet screams I craved so badly at times. This time, however, they were muffled. As I forced her head down into the bathtub, I promised her that I would take care of Calvin. I kept that promise for as long as I could. Hmm. Basement key. Okay. Hmm. Okay, the other clock stopped on 12 o'clock. This one is not stopping. Hmm. Okay. Alright, so I guess we go in the basement now, even though the rules on the wall tell us not to? I mean, we have a key for it. Uh-oh. Black light. An astonishing piece of invention. Using this light, you'll be able to see what our weak human eyes can't otherwise see. You'll need this in order to follow my trail. Just don't forget about it. It will absolutely be needed later on. Also, because of how old it is, it overheats very quickly, so just give it a quick break every now and again and it'll be fine. I had to collect so much more blood than I originally planned in order to get this to work. I also think I got carried away. Hmm. Alright, these eyes will help you see things clearly. Okay, we have Roman numeral 7. Two. Okay, follow me. Let it rest for just a second. Okay, so we have 9. Okay, so it says follow me. And then the follow me goes this way. So we have 9, and then it goes into that room. Okay, so... Really don't like it when the light goes out. Okay, so this comes up around 9, goes in here. We can't see any further in there. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay. So 9, 4. 2, 7. 9, 4, 2, 7. The mannequins are trying to tell me something. Some things are better off being hidden away. Their noises keep me up at night. What do they want from me? Stop following me. Kitchen key. Okay, that was creepy. Okay, that was not there before. They are right. You were just unlucky. They were just unlucky. After my treatments, I make sure they all have a sweet tooth for cyanide. Ooh, a map. Nice. All right, so I have a painting. All right, so let's get out of here. Because this is getting very, very freaking creepy. Ooh, okay. All right, so is this the kitchen door? It is, okay. I make sure every stroke matters, importance, a beginning and end, just like the work as a whole. Just like the various instruments in an orchestra, the brush is one of many elements that create a beautiful melody. Mom and Dad's room. I don't know why Mother was crying. I took care of our problem. Mother did not understand, so I took care of her as well. Okay, another painting. Okay, cool. Clock hand. Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Bye now. I just need an audience. Okay, I'm not sure. Dumped her filthy corpse in the tunnels. Bloated corpses are disgusting. She was disgusting from the start. I move this? There's something behind it. No, at least not yet. It was not fair to me or to my mother. I am one of the seven seas. Come and see. Okay, so how do I add the hour hand? Okay, hand-drawn blueprint of the ground floor. In the first floor, there are 3 clocks marked on it, each where the hand should be. There is an added wall in an area that is just marked with 3 question marks. Okay, painting. All right, G to use. Okay, so we have no idea what time it's supposed to be, but that's okay. Okay, so we know the father was killed in the bedroom. The mother was killed in the bathtub. We don't really know where Calvin was killed. All right, let's go back down to this picture room. First of all, let's take a look in here. The scum like me are the true monsters of this world. I mean, no argument. Not a lot going on in here. All right, let's look at these paintings so we can get these out of our inventory. Okay, so first steps. Really much. Screams, hit him with his car. Strangled someone. Wait a second. Yep, I know which one this one is. So looking into his eyes and seeing a sick grin. Yeah. All right. Why can't the face the fact it's about to end? Pleading from his life from his new metal home. Okay, no. Let's look at the other painting. Can't make out what this is supposed to be. Some sort of creature doing a pose While flowers surrounds it, that green eye looks a bit out of place. It's covered in some strange residue. No, I don't want that there. What about this one? Okay, so we had someone stabbed messily, hit with a car, put in some kind of metal hatch contraption, and then drowned. I don't think this painting really matches any of those, so we're going to call it a red herring for now. All right. It is all up to me. If I don't do it, then nobody will. I mean, I think it would be kind of preferable if nobody did do it. But that's just me. Okay, so I have the light. All right, so there's feet prints here. There's 3 over here. One over here. Four here, and then 2 here. Okay, so let's look at 1. So that's got a number 4 on it. 2 is number 5. All right, so 4, 5, 5, 7. So there is a code that is 4557. But the question is which one? Maybe Calvin's room? Is there an actual lock on the door? No. Okay, so let's look around and see if we can find another lock. Okay, no lock in there. And no lock in here. Okay, so we got that one. There's no other lock in there. Nothing down here. Okay, is there a lock in here? You better hurry. Oh. So, what in the world did that do? Oh, that's what that did. Sure, let's go into the secret room in the serial killer's house. Because why wouldn't we do exactly that?
I remember being a child and having my own little hideaway in our crawl space. Anything to get away from him. His fat, disgusting body was too much for him to bother chasing me in there. It didn't matter that I went without food for a few days. Anything was better than the constant beating and forced work on various art projects. Nothing could ever be good enough.
Okay. When he struggled with the mind, his proud heart he left behind. We've got 3 and then HE. One with the body, he with body waged a fight, but body won, it walks upright. With his war on now his war on God begins. At stroke of midnight, God shall win. Okay, so I'm missing number 2 because this is number 1. C5, B7, H1. Okay, king, queen, and pawn. Are there any grid lines on the diorama thing? Then he struggled with the heart, innocence, and peace depart. Okay, so 1, 2, then 3 is back there. Or back there, and then 4 is here. Midnight? Maybe this clock over here is meant to be at midnight? Dang it. so apparently it wasn't talking about this clock. Let's go take a look at the diorama and see if there are any. Okay, so there are no grid lines or markings or anything like that. Hmm. Okay, so that one is K. H-E. No, K-I-T-C-H-E. Wait, where's 3? Oh, this is 3. Okay. Right. K I T C H E N. Kitchen. Midnight. Okay, so let's go look for a clock in the kitchen. Okay, so this leads, where does this lead? Over there. Okay, so it leads to that puzzle. Just wanted to make sure there. And sorry about the barking noises. The children are on high alert about something. Okay, so this one is midnight. All right, so we need one more clock hand. Okay, let's take a run over to the small house real quick. See if we can get anything there. Okay, everything is actually completely clean here, which is a little odd. I guess let's run back to the shed, see if there's anything there. Or the dirt cellar, sorry, not the shed. No. Okay, now there is actually a shed over there real quick. There might actually be a lock on that door, and we have a code that we have not yet found a lock to match. Okay. And I'm sorry, actually, I'm gonna take a quick break real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so we are back. And sorry about the long break there. So I thought we had been able to get into the shed, but apparently I was mistaken on that. Okay, so let's see. Honestly, I don't remember if there was anything in the pantry or not. Let's run back up there and take a look real quick. Where did the pantry go? Oh, I think it was over this way, actually. Okay, so yeah, nothing in the pantry. All right, so we have a code. That we don't know what it goes to, the 4557. We know the time on the kitchen clock needs to be midnight, but we don't have the second hand for that yet. Or the hour hand. Hmm. really think Calvin's room key is going to come from this. Okay. There was some like chess notation in here. Here it is. So C5, B7, H1. One second here. Sorry, I'm trying to make a note of what it says here. All right. We've got queen, c5, king, b7, pawn, h1. Okay, and all of these are just telling us that the kitchen clock needs to be set at midnight. Hmm. Okay, so it looks like it is set up into a grid. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But it looks like each one of these is 2, so that's only 6 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's only 6 this way as well. So king on b7 does not work. Because, let's see. Go back this way. Yeah, it kind of snaps. Hmm. So b7 would be out here. And if it's only 6 this way, then we wouldn't have an H. Unless it like bends around. Let me actually look up chess notation really quick. Okay, yeah, a chessboard is 8 by 8, and this is only 6 by 6. Mm. So while that does kind of make sense for like the grid setup, it's just not big enough. Because C5 would be here, but B7 would be over here, and then there is no H. Mm. Because even if you broke these up into two and say, okay, this is A and B, 1 and 2, which actually would be down here in chess, but that still wouldn't work because there's 12, not 8. So yeah, this one is still a mystery. I guess maybe go back here. Hmm. Okay, let's, as much as I hate to say it, let's run back down to the basement because there's no other padlocks that I'm seeing up here. We still don't know the solution to little Calvin's puzzle over here. Oh, wait, hang on a second. That's not specifically true. We have a code here. Haha. Shed key. Nice. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I had completely forgotten that that box was there. All right. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, creepy cages. Many hours were spent in here making new friends. My biggest pain is being alone, so I create my own friends. Too bad they can't speak. They probably have great thoughts to share. Okay, so we have the crowbar. That's exciting. And a new map. First floor and attic. Okay, so we have an actual blueprint of the house. And again, sorry for the grumpy puppy noises. He is having a day. All right, so we got the crowbar. So let me just mark that off my list of things we need to find. And then head over here. All right, perfect. Another creepy hallway. Awesome. All right, I am the result of a problem. I don't have the solution, but I might point someone in the right direction. I'm the result of a problem. Okay.
The art of sculpturing. This was absolutely the hardest kind of art form to get right. I tried various materials, marble, cloth, concrete, but nothing really fit what I was going for. Then it dawned on me. The purest form, the human body. This took a bit of time to get right. Countless of kind, unwilling donators had to be used before I got the formula down. Rigor mortis sure was a tricky nut to crack, sometimes literally. But after dozens of hours reading into biology and chemistry, here we are. And it is almost perfect. Please, just finish it for me.
Hard pass. Face the truth. Disgusted at what happened to their friend, they all turned away to not witness the horrendous scene. But as time went by, they all knew they had to face the truth. Without using any words, they can still tell us where and when. Help them get out of their ignorant thinking and force them to face their fears that lie in front of them. Okay, so we have a clock here on the ground. I'm assuming this is 4:05. So maybe that's the upstairs puzzle, the upstairs clock puzzle. Fear facing the truth. Materials used: 4 corpses, 1 mannequin, 4 candles, 4 older candlesticks. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. All right, so here we've got 4:05. So let's go back and try to put that on the clock upstairs at the main house. Actually, it would be 1:20. Okay, so that's not for this clock. Let's take a look through our inventory here. Okay, so there's a kitchen. Okay, so this is power them up. That's interesting. On this at all? Inspect. Okay, so it's looking like we might have one of the things that we're supposed to, I guess, put into a mannequin. I don't know. Let's find out. All right, into the kitchen we go. Go back into our inventory. And yes, this one. Okay, cool. That's good. Let's look at the blueprint again. This one. I guess. Okay, so that mannequin moved. Is there another one in here? Okay, so nothing happened on that one. That door is locked. Is there another mannequin in here? No. Hmm. Alright, let's look at the blueprint again. Okay, so coming in from the basement, you go down the stairs, make a right, make another right, and then against the back wall. Okay, so down the stairs, make a right, make another right, and then against the back wall. So it should be like in here. Or in, in here. I suppose it could be behind that door, but I'm not sure. About this. Nothing happened. All right. The eyes will help you see things clearly. All right, let's look through these. We've got a few paintings at this point. Okay, so first steps. I think it's this one, actually. Talking about plunging a blade in. Not a single sound could be heard as I plunged the knife into his throat. Messy, unprofessional, and chaotic. First step, nonetheless. Okay, yeah, that looks about right. Snow fell gently from the sky. Okay, so hitting someone with your car. Okay, so this one is fire. Okay. And what about this one? The lake was more peaceful than I could ever imagine. Beauty struck me. I took a final look out onto the lake to make sure that the bubbles had finally stopped. I was finally happy. Okay, so I think the only painting I have left is this one. And this one doesn't look like hit by a car or somebody being drowned in. Yeah, I'm not seeing any meaning in this one. As the two paintings we have left. Hmm. Okay. So let's try these guys. See. Do I have any more of those? I do. Okay. Okay, so nothing happened when I powered them up, or when I put those things in. Hmm. Okay, and when I put this one in, did it make up that? Did it make that sound? It did? What about this one? It did. Okay. Have I looked through this room with this light yet? Yes. Okay, and I'm sorry, I've actually got to take another just real quick break here, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. It has been an eventful day in my house. All right, so oh, wait. Calvin's. Touch Calvin's clock. This is Calvin's rule wall. So rule 10 and rule 15 are circled. And then with the square around it, it says touch Calvin's clock. Okay, let's check out the bedroom, see if there's anything in here. We may keep a secret if two of them are dead. Okay. Did that unlock this door? It did. Oh, there's just a straight up body in here. Okay, we'll collect all of these and then we'll take a look at them. Oh, there's two bodies in here. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the mom and dad. Okay, let's get out of here because it's creepy. And let's take a look at our journal. Okay. The note was found inside the guest bathroom, scattered around two dead bodies. This note shows symbols for fire, earth, and sulfur. Wax, cinnabar, vinegar, and blood. Urine, glass, and air. Oil, water, and salt. Okay. So this, the one looks like the symbol that was on the plate that we put in the dad mannequin. Then looks like water, maybe for the one in the kid mannequin, and fire for the one in the mom. Okay, yeah, the kid has right side up, the mom has upside down. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so the kid has fire, has blood. Okay, yeah, that's definitely blood. Put the kid right side up. Dang it. Okay, so fire and water. Okay, so she was in a bathtub. So he has fire, she has water. So that tracks, actually. Huh. Appears we have that set up correctly. Okay, let's go back up and read the one for Calvin. Actually, no, we've got Calvin and the father reversed because he made a comment about he saw red and Calvin was sticky. So Calvin, blood. And then the father died by fire. Okay, we solved the mannequin puzzle. But there we go. We have a fuse. Nice. Oh boy, you're moving. Can you not, please? Hmm. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the pantry and put that fuse in. Okay, sweet. A red door. That's usually a terrible sign. Oh, and a cave. That's even worse. Okay, so there's a figure back there in the water. But we can't get through there, so we'll go down here.
Welcome to my little getaway. Why don't you have a seat and play a game of chess with me? Did you know that chess is a phenomenal way of telling stories? A niche, yet intriguing form of art. Well, it doesn't really work like normal chess. In fact, all you need to do is place the pieces in the right spots. The queen, the mother of all the lands. The king, the disgusting and pathetic ruler. The pawn, the innocent child of the people. Tell 3 separate and beautiful stories with the characters.
Okay, so that's where that chess notation from earlier came in, and luckily, I wrote that down. But let's take a quick look around before we do that. Okay, so A3, 8, and G1. Okay, so far, we have 2 of the positions he wants us to put the pieces in. right, so that's the king. This is the queen. So the first one is queen c5. King is b7, and then pawn h1. Okay, so no. Oh wait, we can only move the white pieces. We can't move the black. Okay, so did I get the king and the queen mixed up? All right, so king b7, queen c5, pawn is h1. There we go. So the next one we have is queen on a3. King on f8. There we go. And pawn on g1. Okay, so I heard a door open.
Ta-da! Aren't they beautiful? The whole Carter family is here. The drunkard mom, the vengeful father, and the ill-fated son.
Okay. The Carter family. The father was a very charismatic man who wasn't ready for a long-term relationship. When the child was born, he had to give up his dreams in order to support the family. He decided that if he couldn't fulfill his dreams, neither would his wife. He became abusive, and dealing physical harm was the only way for him to temporarily release his pain. Bruce has covered the child's body. After all, it was the kid's fault that he couldn't reach his dream. The story is just messed up. The mother, once loving her husband, lost everything in the marriage as the father isolated her from the rest of the world. Drinking was her only escape, and it usually ended up with the child taking the hits. While not causing physical harm, the child's mental scarring would be the end of him. After all, it was the kid's fault that she lost everything. Poor kid. The Carter family was just like any other family, a loving mother, a supporting father, and a cheerful child. However, okay, so that's the same as upstairs. One cold winter night, the father had a realization. If only the child was not around anymore, he and his wife could go back to how it used to be, a life filled with dreams. Okay, so it looks like that doll puzzle might be one of the last ones we have to solve. Okay, that door is not accessible. Oh, this box is open. Nice. We got the minute hand. Okay, so let's head back to the kitchen. Okay. All right, so we'll head back. We know the kitchen clock has to read midnight. All right, so let's, yep, there we go. Use that. Really? Okay, so we know one clock has to read 1:20. One clock has to read 12 a.m. Neither of those appear to work on this clock. Let's go back upstairs. Wait, that's in here. No, it's nothing. Okay. All right, so midnight TikTok. The letters on all of these sayings here that are illuminated spell out. And this one we've already done. And then this one, which is the final one, says has midnight circle and then says tick tock tick tock. You would think that would mean the kitchen clock needs to be set at midnight. Okay, let's set this one for midnight, see if that helps. And I think we tried that already. Yeah, nothing. Okay, yeah, that's not it. Okay, so I think this is actually where we're going to call it a day. We did get quite a bit of progress done. We got a handful of the puzzles solved. And I think my brain's just kind of mush after all this puzzling. Um, so yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how the story is going to end. And I kind of get the feeling this game isn't going to be all that terribly long. Um, but that'll be fun. It'd be a nice kind of switch from the long saga that was Diablo. So if you're watching here on Twitch and you haven't already and you like what you see, please hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube and you liked it, hit the like button. If you really liked it, click that subscribe button. Maybe even consider hitting the notification bell so you know when I go live, or not when I go live, when I post videos in the future. I'm here on Twitch 5 days a week, and the VODs go up on YouTube the same day. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.